Hi everyone, Alan from Newlands Nursery. Welcome to today's 5-Minute Friday, and today we are producing some new mint plants. Often you'll see us do it from cuttings, so tip cuttings, but today we're going to produce them from root cuttings, and there'll be a lot of people out there who've never seen root cuttings before. It's not as common in the general public, if you like. It's relatively common commercially. So we do a lot of root cuttings, especially of things like mints. Now, it might feel cold now, and it does feel cold now. My hands are very, very cold, but you can do this in the winter, and often the mint would have lost all of its top growth, but we have had a relatively mild autumn, so there's still a bit of top growth there. But root cuttings, you can get a lot from a single plant, especially if you grow them in a pot, and they're nice and easy to do. So what you need is a mint plant, obviously. One that's been pot grown is always going to be a bit easier, but you could dig up one from the garden. But a pot grown one is just a case of removing it from the pot. So I do that first. If you give the pot a bit of a squeeze, now this has been in the pot for about 9 months. This is one of our stock plants. So you get loads and loads of root on a mint, and if it's a round pot, it will often go round and round the pot, which this one has done. So what we're looking for is to take a cutting of around about sort of this sort of size, which is about, let's say, about the width of a credit card, that sort of size. Length of a credit card, I should say. So what you can do is just tease away the roots. You'll often find a root, found two there, that is, you can find the end of it and then just tease it away. It's nice and easy to do. You can keep on taking loads and loads of root cuttings from it, but for this one I'm just going to take 2 cuttings for this pot. So I'm looking for a length about that big, and I'll just snip it off with a nice pair of sharp, these are propagating scissors. Okay, so that leaves you with your cutting, and if you have a look at it, you will see there's lots and lots of nodules, of bumps on the root. That is where it's going to produce new growth from. So we'll put that aside for a second. Just fill this pot with some compost. Just like that. A good multi-purpose compost is fine for this. You can go for a seed and cutting, but you probably don't need to. As long as it drains well, you'll be absolutely fine. So I've left it around about 2 to 3 centimetres from the top. I'm just going to literally place the root on top of the compost, just like that. Okay, just place it on. I haven't pushed it down, I haven't really done it, but it lays horizontal on the top of the compost. And then you can see why this is a 5-Minute Friday, because it's that quick to do. We just top it up. Okay, simple as that. Now with root cuttings, what I would say is definitely worth, I'm not going to do it here because I know what's in there, but definitely worth labelling the fact that you've taken cuttings in there, because you can't see anything, and you won't be able to see anything until the temperature warms up in the spring, where it will start sprouting through. So you can either put this in a sheltered spot, you don't want it away from frost or something like that, and it will start sprouting as the weather warms up. Or if you've got a greenhouse, especially one that's heated, it will sprout sooner than you think. If you've got a mint that you know was there with no top growth, you can still take the cutting from it. So the mother plant will just go back in its pot, and you can actually do this. You could produce from that plant probably 20 or 30 new mint plants. So if you love your mint tea, or you use it a lot with cooking or something like that, this is a fantastic way to build up stock. Plus, you can do it this time of year, and it's one of those things you get a head start, and come the spring, this will start sprouting. So the last thing to do is give it a good water, soak it nicely, put it where you're gonna grow it on, like a windowsill or greenhouse, and away you go. If you've got any questions at all, get in contact. We're here to help. See you soon.